Hello everyone. I just wanted to demonstrate something really quick. This is a design that I did a few years ago. It's a one-story house, and you can see it was a PDF file that I used to do the load calcs and all that good stuff, and I imported it into a pretty basic drawing software and drew the ducts, as you can see here, with using curved lines to represent flex duct, which is very common. It's a very typical design out here in California. It's a horizontal unit up in the attic and flex ducts with ceiling registers placed throughout the house. So as you can see, you've got a garage over here that's unconditioned. You've got this little isolated bathroom back in here, a bedroom, kitchen, dining, living room. Up in the attic, there's a horizontal unit here. Cold air return right there. Master bedroom, bathroom, and a rear bedroom. So what I want to do is just sort of contrast this design, which is actually pretty good in terms of the drawing and the layout and everything for an existing house, and contrast that with what you would get with Kwik Model if you did it in 3D. So I've taken the plans and I've built the house over the top of the plans, and that took me about 10 minutes to do that with the windows and everything. And you can see I've got the rooms and everything all put in there, and I'll go down here and make the rooms a little bit more opaque so you can see them a little bit better. And so there's your house. And like I said, it took me about 10 minutes to do all that. It's just dropping the blocks down and placing them where they need to be and lining them up with the rooms and the floor plan below, which was. So the next thing I'm going to do is basically copy the mechanical plan that I did before. Let me lighten the rooms up a little bit so you can see a little bit better. So here you see there's a horizontal unit in the attic with a 12-inch, a 14-inch, a 9-inch, a 10-inch. It's got a 20-inch return going to the return grill there. You can see it's got ceiling registers all around here. So the first thing I'll do is just plop down the ceiling registers right on top of the other ones. Now the ceiling registers for the original drawing are on the floor plan, and now I'm going to put them on the ceiling of a three-dimensional building. So click on registers, hit the Alt key, click, and you'll see it places a little register right there, and you'll see down on the floor there's a shadow down there, and so you can use that shadow to line them up. And you can go in and change the size of the registers, but I'll just leave them like they are for now to save a little bit of time. The other thing that you can do is do this is a top entry register. The duct comes straight into it from the top, but you can change it to a side entry and have the duct come in for when you have that low roof that's kind of pinching you off, or other reasons you need to have a side entry register like that. So you can do either one on here. So let me just go ahead and put the register down really quick. The tab key rotates them 90 degrees. Okay, it looks like I've got all the supply registers down. I'm going to put the return grill down, and it's the same command, Alt with registers, but I'm going to make it more to scale to make it a little bit more realistic. So we've got a 20-inch duct coming to it. Let's make it a nice big 20 by 30 return grill, and we'll put it right there. Okay. All right, now all the registers and return grills are where they need to be. The next thing I'm going to do is place the furnace or the air handler, and I'll put it right there. And each one of these is a different component. That's the coil, the furnace, the return plenum, the supply plenum, and you can insert sections inside there to add more start collars on that supply plenum. The coil's a little big. Right now it's at 36. I'll make it 24 inches just to scale it down a little bit. So there's our furnace, but you'll notice that it's the wrong direction. So I'll hit the tab key, flip it around so that the supply plenum is on the right side, matching the drawing below. Now the fun part is to put in the ducts, and so each one of these little nodes here is a connection point, along with this little node here on the each register or grill, and all you have to do is highlight those by clicking them. So you'll click, oops, sorry, I gotta go into duct mode here. Click, click, and then hit the enter key, and it draws a duct. And then right after you do that, you can type in the size. So we'll type in 20, and boom, there you go. That's a 20-inch duct right there, going off the return plenum and connecting right to that return grill. So I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of these. These are all supplies from this point on. Just kind of using the drawing on the bottom to as a guide. And so I'm going to go over here and hit this guy right here. Click enter. Now it draws sort of a natural path, and these black things here are handles, and you can pull those around however you need to. These little green things here are also handles, excuse me, and you can use that to pull the duct back and shorten it like that. Also, if you click on the duct and hit the R key, it shortens it. It restricts the ducts, or makes it sort of as short as it can be, which is kind of a nice feature as well. So you can see I've got this duct coming off here. Now, in order to put a TY in here, you simply, I'm going to line it up with this. You simply highlight the handle and hit enter, and it gives this kind of funky TY. It's big like that so you can see it, but you hit tab and it rotates it around to where it needs to be. I'm going to click on that and then click on the register, hit enter, and boom, there's the duct right there. Oh, I forgot to size this other one. So this one's a 12, so I'm going to type in 12. You can either size ducts manually or have auto sizing turned on, and it will size the ducts based on the airflow. I'm going to do it manual for this exercise. But right there, that's a 12-inch duct drawn to scale. From here out to here is a 9-inch duct, so I click on that, type 9, and there you go, that's a 9-inch duct. From here out to here, we've got one more duct to attach, so I'm going to put another TY right here, so click on it, hit enter, tab a couple times to bring it around. Let's see, click on that, and then that. Hit enter, and boom, there's a duct right there. And that's a 5-inch duct. So it's a 6 now, we'll change it to a 5. And there we go. This was a 7. Let's change that to a 7. And this was a 6, which it already is. So there you go. That's one of the runs going from here out to this room with a TY coming out and splitting back into these rooms back here. And, all right, we got some other ones here to do. Alright, so that is a 3-dimensional duct. And you might say, well, there's a lot of whoop-de-doos in it and a lot of curves and stuff that'll create equivalent lengths and friction and all that stuff. And you can play around with it. You see there's this weird little thing right there. Let's fix that really quick. So we'll go back here. Let's kind of zoom in on it so we can see it better. Yeah, that's not good. That's probably realistic to how they're actually going to install it going around a truss or something. But let's fix that in the drawing. We don't want our drawing to be bad. There they go. So that, we'll pull that back, and then I'll pull that back. Click on that, hit the R key. There's a nice straight duct right there. But if this is a 1-story house with a nice steep roof, that's probably pretty realistic with the ducts hanging off, hanging from the trusses, and just like you would see in a real house. So contrast that to the original drawing. So you kind of see the original drawing, single line drawing with all the sizes drawn in 2 dimensions, and then compare that to this drawing here. That's pretty cool. I think homeowner and installation crew would certainly have a much better visualization of what needs to be done and the work involved to install that system. So hopefully that helps.